Welcome back to KIMT News 3 at 6. Let's get you a full look at your forecast now with Storm Alert Weather Tree Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox. Sarah, looks like it's a pretty decent, it was a cloudy start, but looks like things have kind of wrapped up in a nice way here.
I would say so, yeah, making for a pretty calm evening. There's still a breeze out there to note. These winds coming back in from the northwest, which means they're coming in from cooler, drier sections of the country. That's helping to push these clouds away. We're finally starting to see evidence of that in Mason City, especially on our camera itself. We see that cloud line right there as it continues to get pushed further and further south. So not really going to get in much on the sunshine that some of us did see earlier on in the afternoon. But hey, at least you got clearer skies and a calmer night on the way. Talking about temperatures, it's 34 degrees right now in Mason City. Those clouds helping to keep things maybe a tad bit warmer as we have come into the evening. 32 in Rochester, but now that the skies are clearing out, these temperatures will be dropping pretty quick once we lose all that leftover sunlight. Moving to satellite and radar, and we can see the top-down view of the clouds over the last 2 hours, basically right around I-90, and then moving further and further south of our immediate area. I'll zoom things out a little later to show what came earlier on in the day, which is exactly why we're taking a look at road conditions, because not too long ago there was still portion of I-90 that was dealing with some of the wintry mix we got this morning, dealing with that, but now things are looking a-okay across the board. We love to see all the green. All right, now what was responsible for bringing it earlier this morning? This right here, the center of the low pressure system continues to move eastward, and it does have a front attached to it, which has allowed for these northwestern winds to come in. This is that wintry mix I mentioned that did come through portions of the area early this morning. Now the winds are really the biggest thing that I'll be talking about, that aside from the temperatures, as we come into the evening with winds staying pretty consistent just above that 10-mile-per-hour mark, which means when temperatures do reach their lowest point of the day, which will be back in the teens, some of us will be dealing with wind chills right around that 0-degree mark as we're stepping outside early tomorrow morning. All right, now moving on to Futurecasts, I zoomed things out so we could see a little bit of a snow system, something that we have been tracking through the week coming our way. But will it impact us? Well, right now we can see that starting to develop, starting to clump itself together around 5 p.m. Definitely making a little bit more of a northern shift, but not so much. It really starts to clump itself together, get a little bit more active just south of our area. This is around 9 p.m. So really not expecting much in the way of snowfall now as that southern shift continues to be the trend. Now, when it comes to temperatures, we go from winter to spring real fast. 20 on Wednesday, 50 on Friday, but then we go right back to winter after that, Ryan, from 50 to 22 with a snow chance coming into the weekend.
Love the Midwest. All right, Sarah, thank you very much.